أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam said, the prayer of one who does not give the alms tax is void, and the alms tax of the impious is void. قال الإمام الصادق عليه السلام: لا صلاة لمن لا زكاة له، ولا زكاة لمن لا ورع له. Really, it is very important. It is a branch, or it is one of the religion branch, that to pay zakah and to pay the khums. Nowadays, some people, when they want to, they are good. When they want to pay khums, they think of what? They think only for their sons and daughters to give khums. I told them, no, it is not allowed to give your relatives, your daughters, that you are obligatory to spend on them. It is not allowed to give them khums. Khums should be for the poor people, whether they are your relatives or not. So this is the right of fuqara, this is the right of poor people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make a share, a very simple share in your amount. And don't forget, when you pay the khums, all the blessings will be in your money. So why when you think, or when you want to pay the khums, you only want to pay khums only for your relatives, that's all. So how about the rest of the people? And nowadays, too many peoples, they are sick, they are poor, and too many peoples, they need help, just like the earthquake now happened in Turkey, in Syria. People are so poor in these moments, and they need our help. So please try to think of it in a right way, not in a wrong way. Yes, issue number 1907. If a person possesses gold or silver, which has reached the taxable limit, and even if he has paid zakat on it, he has gold or he has silver, and they reach to the taxable limit, and even if he has paid zakat on it, he should continue to pay zakat on it every year. He should continue to pay zakat on it every year, as long as it does not reduce from the minimum limit. Now, if you remember how much or how many person should have for the minimal amount to reach what? How many grams he should have to reach? 483 grams, to pay each year. For example, this year he has this amount, and he paid the zakah for it. Next year he still have what? He still have the same amount. He still have the same amount. He should pay what? He should pay the zakah for it. He should pay the zakah for it. The third year he has the same amount, he should pay zakah for it. You'll say, how it comes? He pays the zakah for the same amount each year? No, it is not like that. It is not like that. But what did you say, if you remember? That if the person he has 20 mithqals, okay, this year. So he should pay what? He should pay zakah for the 20 mithqals. Definitely when he took the part from the 20 mithqal, they are what now? They are less than 20 mithqals. Okay? The next year, he has what? He has the 20 mithqals. So they reach the limits of the taxable or not? So he has to pay zakah or not? About the 20 mithqal. About the 20 mithqal. Because he reached the limit. If he has, for example, 19 mithqals, he doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to pay. But since he has the 20 mithqal, he has to pay. He has to pay. Is this clear? Again, I'm going to repeat this issue. If a person possesses a gold or silver which has reached the taxable limit, and even if he has paid zakat on it, he should continue to pay zakah on it every year, as long as it does not reduce from the minimum limit. Since he has the limits, he should pay. If it is lesser than limit, he shouldn't pay. He should not have to pay. But when they are the same level of the limit, he should pay. Issue number 1908. Zakat on gold and silver becomes obligatory only when they are made into coins. When they are made into coins. مسكوكات بسكة العملة النقدية. And are in currency for transactions. Only in currency for transactions. Zakah should paid. However, be paid on them even if their stamp has been effaced. Look, zakah should be what? Should be paid even if their stamp has been effaced. حتى لو الختم مالتن شنش بي راح المساح ما دام هن مسكوكات بسكة العملة المعدنية you have to pay the zakah. Issue number 1909. It is obligatory as a precaution to pay zakah on coined gold. Look, it is obligatory as a precaution to pay on coined gold and silver worn by women as ornaments. Look, sometimes we have gold and silver as what? As currency. As currency to buy and to sell. And others, we have such coins, such currency, but they are worn by women as what? As ornaments. يعني كزينة. So, should they pay for it? Look, it is obligatory. It is obligatory as a precaution to pay zakat on coined gold and silver worn by women as ornaments, as long as such coins are legal tenders. As long as these or such coins are legal tenders, that is, transactions are made with them as gold and silver currency. Since that this golden currency, this silver currency still used in the markets. Still used in the markets, just like the dinar and dirham. You can buy and sell with them. If the woman, she made them as what? She made them as ornaments. أخذتهم سوتهم شنو؟ قلادة الزينة. قبل أمهاتنا كلهم ما أدري هسه موجودات لو لا يسوون هاي القاردون أبو الليارات. أنا واعي على أمي الله ينطيها الصحة والعافية عدها من هذه، عدها هذه الكبيرة وعدها ذني الصغار الليارات. So since they are still used in the market nowadays, and the woman, she made them as what? As ornaments. She has to pay zakah for them. She has to pay the zakah. It is not obligatory to pay zakah on them if they are ceased to be legal tenders. But if they are what? If they are not used anymore in the markets nowadays, and for example, my mother, my sister, my wife, they use them as what? As ornaments, and they are not used anymore in the markets, in the trade. So, is it obligatory on them to pay zakah? No, it is not obligatory. So the condition, it is obligatory as a precaution. It is obligatory as a precaution if they are still used as what? As tenders, as currency in transaction. It is obligatory as a precaution to pay what? To pay zakah for them. But if they are not used nowadays as what? As currency, it is not obligatory to pay zakah for them. Is this understood? يعني لو كانت هذه القلائد الذهبية، هاي العمل الذهبية اللي سوتها النسوان، الدرهم والدينار، لو كانت إلى الآن يعامل بها بالسوق، تعامل يعني الدينار الذهبي، الدرهم الفضي، يبيعون يشترون به، فهذه المرأة اللي مسويتها للزينة واجب عليه تدفع شنو؟ الزكاة مالتها. يعني احتياط وجوبي. أما لا، هي مسويتها الزينة بس الآن بالسوق ما يستخدموها كعملة معدنية، كعملة نقدية، فمو واجب عليها تدفع الخمس. واضح إن شاء الله؟ الزكاة عفوا، الزكاة. إيه. Issue number 1910. If a person possesses gold and silver, neither of which is equal to the first minimum limit. Look, if a person possesses a gold and silver, neither of which is equal to the first minimum limit, for example, if he has 104 mithqals of silver and 19 mithqals of gold, it is not obligatory for him to pay zakat. Why? Because it does not reach the minimum limits. I think this is easy, not so difficult. Issue number 1911. As stated earlier, zakat on gold and silver becomes obligatory only when its taxable quantity is owned by a person. Look, becomes obligatory only when its taxable quantity is owned by a person for 11 months. You know, for 11 months they are under his control. Under his control. Okay? Not be usurped for 1 month or 15 days. No. We need 11 months under his control. Continuously, for 11 months continuously. If therefore the quantity falls below the taxable limit at any time, look, if therefore the quantity falls below the taxable, which is lesser than, maybe it is lesser than 20 mithqals. Lesser than 20 mithqals of golden mithqals. At any time during the period of 11 months, it is not obligatory for him to pay zakat on them. So what we need from him, that for the whole months, that the same quantity, it is under his control. This is number one. Number two, this limits of quantity, the limits of a quantity should be the same, not goes under the quantity of the limits. For example, 1 month of the 11th month, the amount which becomes, or which reduce or becomes lesser than the taxable limits. So is he going to pay? No, he should not pay zakah for them. Why? Because what we need for 11 months, number one, under his control. Number two, they are not lesser than the amount of the zakah. معروفة، أريدها لمدة 11 شهر تحت سيطرته، وال 11 شهر إنه كلها شنو؟ نفس أقل قيمة للزكاة. إذا شهر واحد صارت أقل من القيمة المطلوبة مال الزكاة، بعد ما عليه زكاة، مو واجب عليه. Issue number 1912. If during the period of 11 months, a person who possesses gold and silver exchanges them for something else, during the period of the 11 months, a person who possesses gold and silver exchanges them for something else, or melts them، بدلهم إلى شيء آخر، من ذهب إلى شيء آخر، دنانير اعتيادية، or شنو؟ ذوبهم، صاروا شنو؟ مو دنانير نقدية، مو دراهم نقدية. Or melts them, it is not obligatory for him to pay zakat on them. It is not obligatory for him to pay zakat on them. Why? Because we mentioned the zakat, it is only on what? It is obligatory on the currency, on the gold, which makes of currency, just like dinar, gold, or dirham, silver dirham, or golden dinar. However, if he changed them from coins to plain gold، حولهم من العملة النقدية إلى مسكوكات، يعني قطع ذهبية، or silver to avoid payment of zakah. شنو القصد؟ قصده أنه يتهربوا من الزكاة، مو تمام؟ The obligatory precaution is that he should pay zakat. The obligatory precaution is that he should pay zakat. بالاحتياط الوجوبي طبعا. Issue number 1913. If a person melts gold and silver coins، هاي الدراهم والدنانير ذوبهم، in the 12th months, for how many? For 12 months he melted them. He should pay zakat on them. He should pay zakat on them. And if their weight or value is reduced because of melting, he should pay zakah, which was obligatory on those coins before they were melted. What this person he did? he took all these golden dinars and all these silver dirhams, and he melted them for what? For 12 months. What he has to do, what he should do, he should pay zakah for them. Now, if he said, no, but the weight is different. Before I melt them, they were the limits of what? Of the zakah. But now, after melting them, they are their weight become what? Becomes reduced. The weight reduced after melting. In spite of that, says Sistani said, it's obligatory on those. He should pay what? He should pay zakah, which was obligatory on those coins before they were melted, not after they melted. Why? Because the weight after melting is what? Is lesser or is reduced. But before melting, the weight was what? The weight was the limits of taxable zakah. Is this understood? يعني هذا الشخص سوى العمل المعدنية اللي عنده ذهبية أو فضية، سوى خلال 12 شهر ذوبهم، صهرهم، سواهم مسكوكات. إيش قال له السيد؟ قال له لازم تدفع الزكاة مالتهم. قال له خوش أدفع الزكاة، بس هسه صار وزنهم أقل بكثير مما كانوا مسكوكات. قال له إيه، تدفع وزنهم مثل ما كان مسكوكات، مو بهالوزن هذا، مثل ما كان مسكوكات. Issue number 1914. If gold and silver possessed by a person is partly of superior quality. Look, gold and silver possessed by a person is partly of superior quality. Superior quality. For example, gold number 24, ذهب 24. All right? And partly of inferior quality. And other of them is what? Inferior quality. والبعض الآخر مزكاة ذهب 18. He can pay zakah of each from its respective quality. Now what he should do? He should pay zakah from each one according to its rate. According to its rate. For example, half of them superior quality, he should pay half of the zakah from the superior quality, and the other half from what? From the inferior quality. But as a precaution, he should not pay the entire zakah based on the inferior quality. As a precaution, he should not what? He should not pay the zakah or the entire zakah from where? From the inferior quality. In fact, it is better that he should give the entire zakah based on the gold and silver of superior quality. As the recommended precaution, he said it is better. As a recommended precaution is to pay zakah from where? From the superior quality, not from the inferior quality. Is this understood? Okay. Now this person, he has two types of gold. Okay? He reached the limits of paying zakah, and both of them. Together, they reach the limits of what? Of zakah. Whether they are 20 mithqals of golden coins or more. Now, from where he is going to pay the zakah? From the superior quality or from the inferior quality? منين راح يدفع الزكاة؟ هل يدفعها من الذهب الجيد أبو 24 أم يدفعها منين؟ من الذهب الرديء اللي هو أبو 18؟ Sayyid Sistani شنو قال? He should pay the zakah according to the rate. For example, if they are 50-50, 50% of the superior quality and 50% of what? Of the inferior quality, he should pay the fifth of the zakah, or 50% of the zakah from the superior quality, and the other 50% of the zakah from what? From the inferior quality. And it's better to do what? It's better to do the whole zakah from the superior quality. Is this understood, inshallah? Good, you are welcome. Issue number 1915. If gold and silver coins have more than usual quantity of alloy, you know that the gold cannot be so solid unless they mix with it what? Alloy. Huh? With copper. يعني أهل الفيزياء يعرفون هذا إنه ما يصير قوي وجامد صلب إذا ما يمزجون وياه منه نحاس، مو تمام؟ So, if gold and silver coins have more than usual quantity of alloy, but if they are still known as gold, and silver coins, payment of zakah on them is obligatory. So, paying zakah of them is what? Is obligatory. If they have reached the taxable limit. If they have reached the taxable limit, even if they are what? Even if they are, if their quantity is of alloy. Okay? Although, since they call them silver or gold, he has to pay zakah. Although in their pure form, they may not reach the taxable limit, even if we take the copper away from the gold, and the rest of the gold is not reaching the 20 mithqals, but you have to pay what? You have to pay the zakah. Why? Because we call it dhahab, we call it gold, so you have to pay the zakah. But if they are not called gold and silver coins, they are not called what? Gold or silver coins, liability of zakah on them is a matter of ishkal. If they are not called as gold or silver because of what? Because of the amount of the copper in mixed with them, we cannot call them gold. احنا ما راح نقول لا هذا مو ذهب، نقول هذا هيك. So paying zakat for them is a matter of ishkal. دفع الزكاة هنا شنو هو؟ مشكل. Even if in their pure form they may reach the taxable limit. يقول حتى لو in their pure form they may reach the taxable limit. يقول حتى لو كان بوضعهم الصافي بس الذهب الخالص أو الفضة الخالصة, they will reach the taxable limit, you cannot pay khums, you cannot pay zakah for them. Because we said that zakah, it should be on the coins. And now these coins, we cannot call them what? We cannot call them as what? As coins. It is just like a coins. يعني ما نقدر نسميها ذني عملة معدنية, وإنما نسميها أقل من العملة المعدنية. حتى لو إنه استخلصنا الذهب, we took the gold by itself and it reached the taxable limit, you cannot pay zakah for it. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.